Hello everyone, welcome to the next lecture on mobile communication relate as well as this part comes in under the wireless communication, that is the GSM and CDMA. Today we will have a brief details we have to see on GSM and CDMA. That is the first part we see in the today, that is the GSM standard. It's first of the two parts in today's GSM and Cdma, which will cover details in GSM and afterwards in detail Cdma. This is the brief outline in today's session. First we will talk about the very basic introduction about the GSM system, the development of cellular systems, some frequency planning, how the calls are made, and finally we will go to the CDMA, and we'll just afterwards we'll see the next generation standards. This is the today we choose this topic. We have to find the what is the GSM and what is the CDMA in details. And why is the question will be arises, why is it gets the successful, and why it will be migrate to CDMA from the GSM. These also we have to study because GSM and CDMA it is some migration will happens, and that will be we have to find out. Now before the CDMA we have to study the GSM, and the question will be arises, that is the what is GSM. The GSM standards, that is the global system for mobile communication, that is the GSM, is set about the ETSI standards. And earlier there was a French definition, that is the ETSI standard, specifying the some infrastructure for digital cellular service, and the standard is approximately 85 countries in the world, including Europe, Japan, and Australia, and many more, as well as in also India also. This is the related to GSM. Now the history of GSM. The history of GSM, in 1991, the first GSM network was launched. In 1992, most European GSM networks turned in commercial in 1992. Afterwards, in 1994, data transmission capabilities were launched. In 1995, about 156 members from 86 countries from the network. In 1996, 120 networks in 71 countries. In 1997, almost 200 GSM networks in 109 countries. And this is the exponential rise in the applications. of GSM network. Now we have 44 million subscribers in counting, and it is the makes GSM successful. Now we talk about the GSM architecture. The most important thing is in GSM network are structured and hierarchically. It consists of one administrative region which is assigned to mobile switching, which is assigned to mobile switching center, that is the MSC. In our previous lecture, we have seen how mobile switching center act as a smart. Each administrative region is made up of at least one location area, that is the LA, and LA is also called as a visited area. Now coming to the cycle structure, the location area consists of several cell groups, and each group is assigned to BSC, that is the base stations. Cells of one base station controller may belong to some different location areas, and this slide gives in general the actual nature of GSM network. Now graphically we see the look at the biggest rectangle is your entire GSM network, that is the entire GSM network. And if you start from the smallest unit, it is the cell, smallest unit, that is the cell. Each cell has a base station, that is the controller base station, and cluster of cells are controlled by something called as BSC or base station controller. Now we are not limited to a single base station controller. I can have several of these base stations controller, each one having their own set of cells. A collection of base station controllers are within this location area, and we are not limited to one location area. I can have several location areas, but please note it is possible that a base station controller may overlap on two location areas. That is the it will be overlapping two location areas as shown in the rectangle. Again, the my MSC region, that is the mobile switching center region, is compared of several location areas, compared with several location areas, and there are several of these MSC regions. Totally, they have the GSM networks. That is the GSM networks. This is spread across the country and now globally. Now GSM is an elaborate standards. It goes to great length giving details and addresses, identifiers. In the next couple of some slides, next slides, we will go over some addresses and identifiers used for some GSM equipment, users as in SIM cards and etc. So GSM distinguishes between user and identifiers, that is addresses and identifiers. The user identity is associated with mobile station by means of personal chip. The subscriber's identity, that is the SIM, also called as SIM card. The SIM is portable and therefore transferable between mobile station or your handsets. GSM also some distinguishes between the subscriber identity and telephone numbers. Now we will go to the next, that is the international mobile station equipment identity. The question will be arises, what is the actual international mobile station equipment identity and what is that? This is as an IMEI uniquely identifies the mobile equipment internationally. It is allocated by the equipment manufacturer and registered by the network operator, who stores it in the equipment identity register, that is the EIR, already we seen in previous lecture. EIR AUC, that is the authentication center. So every handset that you buy from the actual market from India, the grey market as well as abroad internationally, will have an IMEI numbers. Using an IMEI number, one can recognize the absolute as well as some stolen, some theft or non-functional some equipments. If your handset is stolen and if you notify your service provider, then it is possible the principle to deactivate service to that stolen handset, whether it can be implemented in real life of users ISP. Then we go to the next one, that is the international mobile subscriber identity, that is the IMSI. Then when registering for a service with a mobile network operator, each subscriber receives a unique identifier which is called the International Mobile Subscriber Identity, that is the IMSI. A mobile station can only be operated if seen with valid IMSI is inserted with an equipment with valid IMEI. So you can independently make either the SIM card illegal or some deny services to any IMEI which falls into the some different categories. This is also some possible breakups in IMSI consist of some following country codes, that is the network code and subscriber identification number. Here is the some different numbers. So you can uniquely pin out, you can increase the fields also. Now we'll go to the next slide, that is the related to the mobile subscriber ISDN number, which is that is the MS ISDN. The real telephone number of the mobile is the mobile subscriber ISDN number, mobile subscriber ISDN number. It is assigned to the subscriber his or her SIM, so that a mobile station can have several EMS ISDN depending on the SIMs. With this concept, with this concept, GSM distinguishes some subscriber identity and number to calls. The separation of MS mobile subscriber ISDN and IMSI is not made public. It helps to protect the confidential data. So a subscriber can hold several MS IDs for the selection of different services. This is the one of the features provided by the GSM. And that is the, what does it mean? If the same handset, same SIM card, I can enjoy a couple of numbers. That is the voice, data, fax, etc. The service desires and the resource needed to provide the service can be recognized from the mobile subscriber ISDN. So if I look at a number, I can immediately say whether it is a fax or it is it's a mobile or it's or a data. So the number itself gives clear identification, otherwise indication, that is the what kind of traffic will there. Again, the MSIDN can be broken up to country codes, national destination code, that is the NDC, and subscriber number, that is the SM. And here is the more fields, that is the related to mobile station roaming numbers, that is the MSRN number. The MSRN is temporary location dependent on ISDN number. MSRN is temporary location dependent on ISDN, and it is assigned by the locally responsible, that is related to the VLAR, and calls are routed to the mobile station using the MSRN, the mobile station roaming number. And again we have here similar structure of the MSNR. There is a country code followed by, that is up to 3 decimal places, that is the NDC 2 to 3 decimal places, some subscriber maximum 10 decimal places. There is a location area identity already we see. In today's this lecture we seen the some MSRM, what is GSM, that is the ISDN, IMEI, IMSI numbers, and all that things, some addresses, identifiers, GSM architectures, location area, all that will be seen in today's lecture. Now we'll stop here and next we see the next part.